Guys, we have some breaking news. A federal judge has thrown out the criminal cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. And the reason has less to do with what they were accused of and everything to do with how the Trump Justice Department picked their prosecutor. So on Monday, U.S. District Judge Cameron McGowan Curry ruled that Lindsay Halligan, the interim U.S. attorney who secured both indictments in the Eastern District of Virginia, was unlawfully appointed. Under federal law, the Attorney General can only name an interim U.S. attorney for 120 days. After that, the power shifts to the local federal judges. Curry found that Attorney General Pam Bondi blew past that limit and installed Halligan anyway, which meant Halligan never had legal authority to act as U.S. attorney. Because of that, Curry said every action Halligan took in that role, including the grand jury indictments of Comey and James, was void.
Lindsay Halligan was legally appointed, and that's the administration's position. I know there was a judge who is clearly trying to shield Letitia James and James Comey from receiving accountability, and that's why they took this unprecedented action to throw away the indictments against these two individuals, but the Department of Justice will be appealing very soon.
The judge stressed that this wasn't a small, fixable technical error, but a violation of both the statute and the Constitution's appointments clause. Comey had been charged with making false statements to Congress and obstructing a congressional proceeding over his 2020 testimony about FBI leaks. James was accused of bank and mortgage fraud tied to a Virginia property. Both pleaded not guilty and argued the prosecutions were political playback driven by Trump and his allies after they challenged him in their official roles. Curry dismissed both cases without prejudice, meaning a lawfully appointed prosecutor could, in theory, try again. But timing matters because the 5-year statute of limitations on the charges against Comey has already expired, and his lawyers argue that shuts the door on a new case over the same conduct. James's case, by contrast, could still be refiled if the Justice Department wins on appeal or brings a fresh indictment through a properly appointed prosecutor. But Bondi says the department will appeal, calling Comey and James unlawful actors who must still be held accountable. Their lawyers are framing this as a victory for judicial independence and a warning shot against using creative appointment tricks to go after political enemies. However the appeals play out, yesterday's ruling puts a hard legal limit on how far a president can bend prosecutorial power. If you found this helpful, make sure you're following the show so that you don't miss the next breakdown. Hit follow, tap subscribe, and stay plugged in.